Anyway, I like to make people laugh, and that's why I'm there. I'm doing it. And what was the question? You know, quite seriously, we cannot tell. We can't hear a thing that we're saying up here.
It's true.
So
it's a little echo.
Because of the echo of our speeches.
We have a lot of problems.
Yeah. So
It's really rough up here.
I'll just keep talking.
Allison, after the I am on the internet. I read what the internet has to say. After the episode featuring the debate, the internet went a little crazy for the idea of Jeff and Annie. How did that make you feel?
Well, first let me just say that I love this crowd's enthusiasm. You guys are awesome. I think it was really unexpected. When I read the script for the debate episode, actually Gillian read it before me, and in the hallway she was like, "You kiss Joel in the next episode, FYI." And I was like, oh, Gillian. I was like, oh, Gillian, you're so funny. I didn't do that. I'm sorry. The story it went awry. The point is, I didn't really.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Okay, I didn't think it was really going to happen, and then we did it in the episode, and it was supposed to be kind of awkward, but there was this chemistry that developed, and the fans really took to it, and it was really interesting to read like fan fiction online about Annie and Jeff having sex.
Wow.
So that put me to bed some nights. No, I'm kidding. But it was exciting. It was an exciting turn of events for Annie and for myself. Thank you.
What's your favorite site for community fan fiction?
Joe Russo, you emailed them to me.
I don't read that stuff. I don't read that.
Oh, I know. It's like, yeah, Jeff Annie.
Yeah. You will be on some sort of list if you go to that site. Like
but
you'll
I'm
be
on that list, so it can't be too
that
terrible.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Right? Silence
Yvette,
in the room.
Yes.
Thanks.
Shirley is such a nice person most of the time, and sometimes she just snaps. Do you ever foresee that like lasting a whole episode or a whole story arc or something, or is she just gonna always be nice?
Hi everybody. You know, this is, I'm going to try not to get emotional because I'm kind of sappy, but like Allison said, this is amazing. We have never seen this much humanity in one place celebrating our show, and we are just honored and grateful that you guys are here. Thank you so much. So much. As for Shirley...
So much pandering going on
No,
up there.
you know this is real. Stop playing. See, that was two sides. You see the sweetness and went right to the edge. He's going to be knifed before this is over. No, Shirley, I think, has a lot of pent-up anger, but I believe she decided that it's not polite to show her feelings. So it only kind of seeps out when she least expects it, when she's been disrespected or, you know, something has jumped out of her. So will there be an episode where she gets to be completely hateful the whole time?
Does everybody know this is vodka and it's hers?
Wait a minute. Before we go further, you're going to hear something on the DVD about me being a lush. And I would like to clarify that I do not drink. This is water.
We got her into
and
a program.
I want to say it here because he's going to keep dropping the drunk stuff. And since you guys are all here and you guys love the show, I want to let you know that I don't drink.
I do. I drink as much as I do.
See, that's less funny to me because it's so true. That's why I do that, because she actually doesn't drink, and we were really scared for him. He was wandering through the streets of San Diego like Frankenstein's monster on Friday night. His wife was calling to him, and he was answering a piece of corporate art. He thought it was her. Like, what? What am I doing? What's going on? Where are we? He wandered into the Maxim party, and there was screams, and
You punched
police
Seth Rogen
showed
in
up,
the
and I
face,
ran
man.
home.
Do you remember that? Do you remember you punching Seth Rogen in the face? You did that, man.
I cannot hear a word. I'm sorry. What's that? No, I didn't mean to say that.
There's children here, Chevy.
What was the question?
Chevy's a
What did you
million
say,
years
Donald?
old.
Sorry for everyone under 18 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. I didn't mean to use that word. What was it you said, though? I didn't really hear you.
There was that. We're just calling you drunk. That's not. There was no question. If there was one, it was a rhetorical one, and
Let
it
me
was,
answer that.
for the love of God, when will it stop? There's no answer.
Okay.
It's a plea.
So,
I can't understand him either, and we're both just barking.
Todd, you better jump in here. This is going on for a long time.
so, Gillian, now, I'm not saying this to slight any of you. I love all of your characters, but Britta is my favorite character, hands down. What about that role attracted you to that character?
Okay, I'm going to do my addendum to Allison and Yvette. I cried.
She cried.
When we came out here and you guys cheered at first, so if my makeup is smeared, it's because I cried tears of joy at your applause for us. So thank you. I think this little anecdote says it all. I got a call from a friend of mine who's an actress who said, I just read this script and it's you and you have to audition for it. And I was shooting a movie in the middle of nowhere in the woods and I said, I can't put myself on tape. I can't audition. She said, well, okay, but this part's you. And several months later, I called her and said, I got this part. I'm going to do this pilot. She said, which one? I said, Community. And she goes, that's the one I was talking about. That was you. So I think that I recognized it. Thankfully, Dan Harmon recognized it, and my friend Lindsay recognized it, that I have a kinship with Britta. And I recognize her desire to be a good person, and that sometimes her intentions go awry, and she ends up causing more harm than good. And I hope that I'm not humorless and a buzzkill. I've never been told that in my real life, but maybe people are saying it behind my back. I was not very popular in high school, so maybe that.
I never went to high school.
Danny was very popular.
But I really love Britta, and I know that, sometimes people think she's a little too harsh, or, she got off on telling Jeff Winger that he was wrong a lot, but she's trying to be a good person and often failing, but the attempt endears her to me.
Donald. I was at a previous discussion with the cast, and they mentioned that you do a number of comedic characters on set that you have come up with. Who are some of these characters?
Magician!
Okay, there's a magician character who's really bad at doing card tricks, so he starts crying in the middle of doing card tricks. So which card is this? It's not, kind of thing. He's just crying. And there's a homeless man who wanders in and is drunk and tries to have sex with Joel.
Waiting for Yvette to censor that. Yvette usually swoops in and censors that when we talk about the homeless characters.
Yeah.
But she didn't today.
Do you want me to
He
talk
comes
about
in every
this girl?
Thanksgiving. He goes to the window, and then he just tries, and
I'd be like, I'm sorry, you cannot come into our house. You have to leave my
and
house.
I'm like, oh, come on. And I don't want to go because there are kids in here. So I can't go into the actual things that he does and says, but it's rated R. Oh, okay, well,
Children are here.
He's like, okay, you want to do one right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? Oh my God, there's aliens. Oh my, and they're cutting off people's penises. The only safe place is in my mouth.
Okay.
There's no time to explain it. There's no time. Just hurry up. Your penis. They'll cut it off.
Sir, you have to leave my house.
No, what?
You have to leave my house
Look,
now.
there's no time. I'm running out of breath. Aliens cutting off people's dicks. Mouth only safe place.
Look, do you remember last time you broke into my house and you said you were the new mayor and there was a law
law
that
passed.
all penises had to be hidden in your mouth?
Right.
That was not true.
That wasn't. I'm running on a different slogan now.
The alien one?
The alien.
Yeah. You have to get out or I'm going to call the police again.
Fine. Hey there, good looking. No? All right. So that's pretty much it. I am so sorry to parents who were like, let's go see Troy and Abed. That's our children. Now we're just up here like dicks and butts.
We heard about shorts in an alley.
Yeah, it's not okay. We apologize.
Again, to everyone under 18, we apologize for besmirching your virtue. Joel, you are the lead of the show, but there's a real ensemble around you. How do you work within sort of having that cast? How do you give them so many laughs and yet, keep some for yourself?
Oh, well, they're much funnier than I am. That works out well. I don't even see it as that at all. I don't think there's ever been a truer ensemble on television. Maybe there has, but I don't know. I was homeschooled, so I have no idea. But no, but I really think that it is a true ensemble, and I feel like there's, even though some, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, but that, the stories are pretty much equal in my mind, and I think everyone else's, but and it is, like, I believe it's the strong, I mean, if I do say so myself, it's the strongest cast ever, and these are some of the funniest people alive, and really, truly, I'm not just complimenting them. And so there are times though when I get to when Troy and Abed get to go and do crazy stuff, then I become like, I wish I could do that. And then I lost my mind in the pottery episode, so I had to thank Dan for that. I just feel like it is the strongest, most ensemble that there is. So and I'm just going to keep saying it over and over until I stop talking. And I'm going to interrupt myself with my cup. And
between this and another show you work on called The Soup, which... When do you ever sleep?
I sleep during my stand-up gigs. That really helps. I don't sleep a lot, and I don't see my family a lot. It's great. No, it's, I'm scared. I want to have as many jobs as Seacrest, and I'm not even close at this point.
Danny, and then this also is kind of for the producers. You are very pop cultural savvy. Your character is on the show. Do you always know what everything Abed is talking about means, or do you just kind of go with it? That's for you, Danny. Yes. Sorry.
Hey, not at all like Abed. I don't, actually. Thankfully, I work with this cast who is way more pop culture savvy than I am, so I'll get these scripts and I'll be like, okay, don't know this reference, but I'm going to commit to it. Okay, Meatballs, never heard of it, Netflix, cue it up. It's pretty much like that.
What about that speech in the first episode?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Breakfast Club? That one I was pretty familiar with. That was great. That was super fun.
No, but what about also the speech in this upcoming episode, our season?
Yeah, there's one coming up. That
is epic. It is
it's
epic.
Kind of,
it's beautiful. It's actually like a beautiful poem. Like almost like it's every movie reference I've ever.
It's sort of a.
They want you to do John Draper from.
We doing Batman?